comic book fans, welcome to Cammy's Comic-Con Corner for Sunday, July 27th, the final day of Comic-Con. If you can't tell by now, I have bags under my eyes because of the lack of sleep. I woke up this morning around 6 just so I could get a head start, head on over to the con, and wait in line for the first panel at 10:30, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Of course, of all the days I decided to wait in line hours before the actual panel, the whole room doesn't even fill up. Ballroom 20 was still like maybe 75% full, and I was sleep deprived from getting a seat, and I could have been there at 10:30. Anyway, the panel was really funny. The guys were there, Charlie Day, Glenn Howerton, and Rob McKelney, and it was moderated by Mr. Damon Lindelof of Lost. Apparently he's a really big fan of the show, and even Mr. Rob apparently was other on one season of Lost. And he got knocked out, so maybe he'll come back, who knows. But they showed us an episode from the upcoming season. It was really funny. So if you're a fan of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, not to worry, it's going to be the same. And FX announced that they signed on that show for another 3 seasons. So don't worry, good comedy isn't going to be hard to find nowadays. After that, I popped into the DC Nation One Weekend Later panel where DiDio and a couple of writers and artists were there, and they were talking about, answering any questions that you didn't get to ask throughout the entire con. I asked my question, lots of internet speculation around Barry Allen coming back around the same time that Libra makes an appearance. So I asked if Barry Allen is Libra, and Jeff Johns said, I hope not, because he's going to be writing him for, The Flash and everything. So I thought that was interesting. That was a fun panel. It's a DC Nation panel. Those can be fun. And then, unfortunately, a lot of people asked if I could make it to the Dave Gibbons panel. I really did, but even though I was an hour and a half early, there was still a line, and people said, people are already in there, and they don't care about the panel that's going on right now. They just wanted to save the seat for Dave Gibbons. And I thought, it kind of pissed me off because the room they had him in was really kind of small. And this guy's a big-time artist. They couldn't have given him, 6A or 6B, C, D, and E. If you haven't been to Comic-Con, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But those are slightly larger rooms than the room they put him in. I was kind of disturbed by that. But while walking around the floor, I heard that Boom Studios had they were unraveling their new partnership with Disney Studios, and they're making comic books on many of the Pixar films, like Finding Nemo, Toy Story, Monsters, Inc., and most importantly, being written by Mr. Mark Waid himself, The Incredibles. So I picked this up. It was $5. I was like, awesome, I'll get to see a preview of all the things. And looking through it, first of all, it's not even 10 pages, and secondly, it's just drawings and telling you what's going to come. It's bullshit. I was fucking ripped off. $5 for this? I would have paid maybe $1, and it was just crazy. So instead, I got much more bang for my buck. I got Pixu #1, and it was signed by all the artists. Look at that! It's number 100 of 1,000. Yeah, it has all the artists I love, literally all of them. Becky Cloonan, Fabio Moon, Gabriel Ba, Vasilis Lolos. I just butchered his name, but I love all those artists. All their styles are kind of similar yet so unique, and it's gorgeous. They had an earlier book called 5, which they had out last year, and again, this is a good book. I had a chance to flip through this one. I haven't flipped through this one yet, but if it won an Eisner for fuck's sake, it has to be a good book. So that I knew I got good bang for my buck on that. But overall, I had a fun time this year at Comic-Con, despite not being able to make a few of the more important panels. Lines are obviously an issue. And, you still got to play by the same rule book of you got to get your pass in January, February, if you want to get a 4-day pass and actually get to Comic-Con. And you got to show up a couple hours early to the panels you really, really want to see. And anything in Hall H, make it plus 5 hours. And you think I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. That's hell. So, if you want to be our friend, go ahead and go to myspace.com/Cammy's Comic Corner. From there you can subscribe to the RSS feed or to us on iTunes, and you can write a review if you'd like. Or you can just go to youtube.com/Cammy's Comic Corner and make any comments you want there, or subscribe to the videos. Like I said before, it was really fun this year. I can finally get some rest now because I have work this week, and it'll be a nice little refresher from comics 24/7. I don't mean I don't like it, Got tons of great deals on graphic novels like Stardust, Marvel 1602. But, you know, it's going to go back to the review show, and I have no problem with that. So, until next year, this has been Cammy's Comic-Con Corner. I've been your host, Cammy. Have a good year.